Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network and our Monday Degen Power Hour. That's right. We're going to go around the horn and cover everything. We're going to cover Underdog Best Ball Portfolio. We're going to cover DFS lineup review. We're going to cover DFS First Look. We're going to cover Underdog Battle Royale and Monday Night Football. We are going to do it all in just 1 minute. And this is why he's not allowed on CBS shows yet, but this is my pup, Rudy, 10 months old, and wanted to join me for the show. So thought he was settled, and he's not. But here we are. It's Monday. We had a great Sunday in the betting streets, and overall a decent day, Steve. But how are you doing? Are you ready for the Monday night slate? How'd you feel about week 3?
Doing good. First, I want to hear what bets Rudy's in on.
I was going to say, Rudy, lick the mic, lick me, or bark if we have anything good. He doesn't bark unless someone's at the door.
But no, overall good. I mean, I was down a little bit at DFS. I did okay in like some of the battle royales. Nothing great. But it was a fun day. And then of course for the bets went very well. We were 8 of 10 with our like top bets, and then a few other little ones hit. But then also the big thing is, we are now almost 3 full weeks in. There's a game tonight, of course. So some positive things there that, we'll talk about and look at. So, feeling good. Unfortunately, did hate to see, one, because we love him. 2, also we drafted a hell of him. But James Conner going down, that was tough to see.
That was brutal.
And some of the other injuries, like Najee, I mean, you feel so bad for him. He comes back, and then, it just looked so bad. The no contact injury, just crumpling to the ground like that.
Yeah, no, that was brutal and sad. And the Connor out for the season is really sad because I was a big Connor drafter, not much of a, obviously, Benson drafter. So really, really hate to see that. But yeah, no, I was the same way. DFS was kind of up and down. Probably a break-even week for me. We'll go over that in a minute. Again, we're going to cover a little best ball portfolio. We're going to cover a lineup review. Then we're going to do early look week 4 for DraftKings Underdog, so DFS Battle Royale. And then, of course, looked at Monday Night Football bets. That's what this Monday Degen Power is about, just doing everything Degen, covering it all. But let's talk about, thank you, Rudy. I was like, oh, he's done good on 2 Fanspeak shows. Maybe he's ready for the CBS show. No, he's not ready for the CBS show. So let's cover the Sunday, though, because the Sunday for our Substack, and again, of course, as you're coming in, hit that like button. If you think Rudy's cute, he's laying down now. If you think Rudy's cute, hit that like button. We certainly appreciate it. And of course, for some reason, you're not subscribed to the Fanspeak Network. We have literally live shows every single weekday. We have content every single day for our Substack subs, $34.99 for the entire year. Best ball, DFS, NFL bets. You're getting something every day in season. $39.99 for the year. I promise you're not going to find anything that cheap, number 1. Number 2, there's also a free 7-day trial, link in description. Let me show you what we did yesterday, which was really, really, really fun. So on our official Substack, we send out plays on every game day and Saturday for the Sunday slate. 8 of 10 of our official plays. So it's our official plays. And then we send parlays. 8 of 10 of our official plays yesterday and last night hit. Jake Ferguson, 40+ receiving. Christian McCaffrey, 40+ receiving. You could have laddered those up a lot more. Jalen Warren, 25+ receiving. Daniel Jones, 220 passing. That just made it. Kyler Murray, 30+ rushing. Mike Evans, anytime touchdown. Keenan Allen, anytime touchdown. And of course, our guy, our man, Cam Scatabo, anytime touchdown last night. So 8 of 10 hit. Then we hit a parlay, a plus 828 with the boost. Jalen Warren, 25+, McCaffrey, 40+, Ferguson, 40+, hit that parlay. So that was super, super fun. This is the kind of things you're going to be getting, our official plays, our parlays. And just yesterday, we were up 8.79 units just yesterday. Now, obviously, the first 2 weeks weren't as good. But we're on a path for the whole entire season to obviously win a lot more than we lose and to be up units. And so going up 8.79 units yesterday and going 8 to 10 on official plays and Hannah Parlay was awesome. And we're going to keep that rolling for tonight. So just had to shout that out. And you got to celebrate the wins, because, the season's a roller coaster with DFS and Battle Royale and betting. Some days it's going to be like what you said, a break even. Some days it's not, you're going to lose. And some days you're going to win. Some days you're going to win big. So yesterday was a win, hopefully plenty more wins coming, big wins coming. And it was a lot of fun. So before we get to kind of some like portfolio review, let me say a quick hi to the chat. Of course, we got our guy in here, Mike Robb. He's a Ravens fan. I did a poll in the chat. Lions or Ravens win. He said that's easy today. Got the Rudy track chant. Great to see you, Eddie. Little Scataboo season. Yeah. If you're like us, again, when we look at our portfolio, we're not victory lapping, but we are going to get excited where things look good, and that is great. Eddie said currently wins 750 on weekly winners.
Nice.
Less after tonight. Well, congrats. I hope that holds as best as possible. I'm assuming you don't have anybody going tonight, but I hope you get a big payout on. I've never personally done well on weekly winners. We got our guy Paul Legion 13 here. Can I pet the dog? Yeah, look, he's getting readjusted now. He's settling though. Eddie, I got too much Connor. I got Jabroni. Clyde, good to see you. Clyde, what about Ravens or Lions tonight? We are going to cover that at the very end. So we go through again, best ball portfolio, lineup review, DFS early look, Battle Royale early look, and then we will get to some Monday night bets. We've already sent that to our sub. So if you're a Substack sub, or if you wanted to join, again, link in the description. It's already been sent for the Monday night bets, but we will talk about that at the end. Caroline destroyed my parlays. Yeah, that a lot of wild games. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that between the upsets, like Carolina over Atlanta. Obviously, Cleveland over Packers, which Andrew called on the show, Degen Dads Friday night, which was wild. That's a lot of these block kicks, like the Rams, the Philly block kick at the end. Just a lot of wild stuff. Anything you want to elaborate on those?
I mean, it just kind of shows you like this is football. Like, Falcons Carolina being a very notable one because Carolina looked so inept the first two games, and the Falcons. They were winning most of that first game against the Bucs, and they dominated the second game against the Vikings, and then they couldn't score a point, and Kirk Cousins had to come in. So, yeah, just totally wild. I didn't
even realize Cousins came in at the end. I was watching full like red zone, and obviously Falcons weren't in the red zone. So, did he come in just like the last couple drives?
I think maybe the last two drives. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't rewatched that game yet, but.
Yeah. Oh, and Mike Robb, how we talked about your 2023 Houston Jaguars big 1 p.m. only takedown. Steve did play that in honor of you. Mike Robb played the showdown in honor of Steve. $5 to $220. Thank you, Steve. That's awesome, Mike Robb. Clap it up for Mike Robb. That is absolutely amazing. We got our guy, not goats, go AZ cards. We got Charles in here. Great to see you. Eddie predicts Ravens win. I agree with that. Let me bring over my underdog in a minute. And as I'm doing that, talk about your portfolio, and then we'll take turns on that, Steve. Talk about how your portfolio is going after week 3.
Should we look at mine or like how do you want to?
Yeah. You go ahead and pull yours over then now.
Okay. Let me pull up mine. We'll start to do this, and yes, keep in mind there is still one game to go. So I have 1,983 entries left already. The eliminators and everything that have been eliminated. But in terms of some key areas, in terms of the first quarter, I have one that I might get through. This is the one I need. I think I need James Conner, and I'm 5 points behind. So have a chance for that one, but Conner has to, I think, get over 10 points. Currently,
wait, you said James Conner. Who do you mean?
I'm sorry. I need Derrick Henry.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm sorry. That was for first quarter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eliminator, currently advancing all 5, but 1 or 2 I might lose depending on how tonight's game goes.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I get at least 4 through.
Okay.
And my big eliminator is I'm advancing in that. So it feels good. Marathon and hopefully we're looking forward to when BBMD has it up because the way they handle it is a little bit better. But Marathon in the overall leaderboard, I have two teams right around in the same tier, the $1,000 tier.
That's awesome, Steve. What point number is that?
That is, I'm trying to find it. I'm at 133 I'm sorry, 433 and 432.
433, 432. Okay, I had to pull it up on my phone because it's better over there.
And I think I have 6 teams in the top with 400 plus points, which
that's awesome.
It's a range that we clearly want to be at. I think that's just under the top 1,000. So it's not the greatest thing to track on Underdog. So we are.
Yeah, it'll be great when BBMD gets that up for sure. Okay, so again, you big eliminator moved. Looks like it's moving on. Eliminator, you're hoping to get 5. And how many first quarter?
I'll probably only get 4 eliminator.
4. Okay. And how many first quarter are you hoping to make finals?
At my best chance, I have a chance for 1 if Henry has a big game.
Okay. And you and I have 1. We're in second right now. I'll show that when we get to mine. We need Lamar to not have a big game, and JMO, Montgomery, and Hopkins are all still alive. So hopefully if we got a first quarter together, that would be super, super fun. Okay. So that's first quarter eliminator. You said marathon, you've got a bunch of, above 400, which is really exciting. And that'll be exciting when that's up on BBMD. What else did you want to, I know you had a really good advance rate in sprint, BBM.
Yes,
what else?
Sprint currently, and there's going to be plenty of wild cards to keep in mind, but right now we know any first, second place it is advancing. Right now, I'm at 28.8% out of my 111 teams. So feeling good about that for the sprint. And again, we'll have to evaluate all these after tomorrow because, I'm sure there could be some fluctuations in some areas you're helped, some areas you're hurt.
Yeah.
As for the regular season of my 80, that is on BBMD. We could look at, but my 80 BBM teams, I think I'm advancing.
You're advancing 35%. I'll pull that over while I'm pulling that over. Oh shoot. My typing is terrible right now. While I'm pulling BBMD over, shout out to Mike. Mike says, what's that?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Mike said, go easy cards going to the dog bowl. So congratulations. That is awesome. If you get a chance to DM us your lineup, we'll look at it. That's absolutely amazing. Shout out to Fantasy Grinder who took down the Battle Royale. I've interacted with him on Twitter. So we can look at that, but that's awesome. But congrats, Charles. That is absolutely awesome that you punched a ticket to the dog bowl. Paul says he's not in on Massive, might be an massive L. We're not going to be, I wouldn't worry about we're all going to have, hits and misses, right? Both guys we faded, guys we have high exposure to, we're all going to have hits and misses. So I wouldn't worry about it, and a long season left to go, but it's fun. We're just like a lot of, other shows are tracking. We're just kind of trying to track. So what else were you saying about your regular season stuff, or would you rather me bring?
No, it's fine. Best for BBM, I'm currently advancing 28 out of my 80. That's a 35% advance rate, I believe you said. And and also awesome. Exciting, 6 of those are in the top 10,000.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at that over on BBMD. That's absolutely amazing.
For the regular season. I mean, in general,
you just see a bunch of green, like cashing in, obviously, advancing in plenty. And especially, the ones up top are the higher dollar ones. That's always nice to be advancing in those too.
Yeah. So, and keep in mind, of course, like some of these, like the Dalmatian, Bulldog, Great Dane, which I'm not advancing, have better advance rates, Husky as well.
Sure.
When we really start breaking these down, we'll separate those that are the 2 of 12s versus 3 of 12s and 4 of 12s. And like generally, like I look at Huskies combined, like one of them I'm advancing, 2 of 10, the other one I'm advancing 5 of 10. Well, combined I'm 7 of 20. That's to me the way to look at it. Right. And then kind of combine your total ranges. So generally I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now. Again, we'll have to see, like one Rottweiler I'm advancing all 4, one I'm advancing 1.
Yeah.
So we'll, there's a lot to, one thing I do need to messaged Nez and John, advancing 22 of the badge of my 50 badge bros brawl. So I feel good about that.
22 of the 50. Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome, Steve. That would be great. I was actually just going to check with Scattaboo having a big day yesterday because I drafted him a ton in. Why don't I see rookie sophomores? Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. So I'm like right at what the field should be. I think I'm at like 26%. And you should be 25%, obviously, because it's 1 of 4. So I think that is one with the way we drafted, like quarterback denial. That's going to play out over the course of the season, especially when you had like Jaden miss a game and McCarthy miss the game.
Well, McCarthy's going to miss multiple, obviously a few here. We'll see what happens with Jaden and when he potentially comes back. How are your super flex doing? Look, I just looked and it looks like I'm cashing each of the super flex. Oh, I'm doing really well in super flex. Now that I'm taking a deeper look, you did so many super flex. How are those looking?
Yeah, so I'm advancing 2 of the 4 Rottweilers, 2 of the 3 pugs. I'm only advancing 3 of the 20 German Shepherds. The puppies, I think that is what's that? 170 divided by 5, 34. So that's like 22%, I think. So ahead of what one should. Yeah, it's about 23%. So ahead of expected. Ideally, I improve that even further.
Right.
But yeah. So overall, I'm pretty happy where I'm at with Underdog. And just hoping to stay strong in the in the areas where I'm strong. And we'll need to see with some of these injuries, because I'm sure that I have some teams out there with like Connor and Eckler.
It is hard when you see those kind of things, for sure. Go to the chat real quick, then I'll pull mine over quick, and then we can pivot to a little lineup review. Eddie says, going to lose my last first quarter. I'm up by 10, but they have Lamar left. Well, I guess it depends who Lamar has to jump, unless the quarterback.
But it sounds like he doesn't have anyone.
Right. But I'm saying if Lamar had to jump like
I see what you're saying. Like
20 some points, but if he only has to jump a score of like 8 or 10, then you're probably in trouble. So, got Best Ball and Call. Oh, who's on too? Juggling you and who? Thumbs up for you both. Thank you, Best Ball and Call. We appreciate. Okay, this is Charles Dog Bowl punching the ticket lineup. Caleb, JT Mason. So you get 4 touchdowns from JT. No, 5 touchdowns from JT Mason. Adunze, Pearsall, Jawan. Only non-Hunter Henry team to advance. Wow, that is amazing. That's awesome. It's fun to look at the winning lineups. And, you think, especially in these half-point PPR, we talk about like touchdown hunting. Obviously Caleb threw for what, 3 touchdowns?
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns yesterday. JT and Mason, running backs combined, had 5. Adunze a touchdown. Pearsall and Jawan just racked up yardage and catches, I believe. So that's absolutely awesome. Congrats again. Hate New York on a bye week 14. Because the Dog Bowl is week 14. Okay. And
just to Arizona Cards Charles's point, like he did the thing that, and look, Jake Ferguson would have been fine, but I was always trying to bring back, like have CD with Caleb and, Adunze and stuff like that. And that's obviously, you did not want that. So, dodging that was huge. And also by not taking CD, like he took JT, which is absolutely what you needed.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely amazing. Congrats again. We're super pumped for you. Heard rumors that Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson are throwing banana peels at McCarthy's feet. Hopes he slips. Too funny. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Wentz is anything special, but it was definitely, better than what McCarthy was putting out. Here, I'll show mine really quick. And then, did I pull mine over? Looking good. No, but, I had the, sorry. So unfortunately, no bigger boards yet for me. Hopefully make some progress there. I had a couple sibling showdowns in there. One of the 4 war rooms advancing, and I have a 3rd place. So that's nice. Big board. I think I'm advancing like, what would be the average for big
13.
board? No percent.
25%.
Yeah, 25%. Let me check on BBMD. I think I'm advancing. Let me just pull it up really quick. Yeah, I'm right there, basically. But hopefully those keep improving. 25 season. What's that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. So obviously you can see at the top, when you are advancing Dalmatian, Bulldog, I'm advancing 3 out of 4 of my Bulldogs, and that's the one I made the finals last year. Chow Chow, Husky, that feels nice because, you spent more money, and yeah, some of them have better advance rates, but that, feels nice because it's a smoother advance rate in the playoffs too. So, Best Ball Mania, I'm not worried. Like if anybody looks up my thing, well, all mine were almost show things. So, I'm advancing like 2 of 24. I don't care. It's a lotto. Do I care? Of course, yes, I want to win $2 million, but that's a lotto. I actually honestly care way more about the Greyhound and up.
Yeah.
So seeing that looks good. And again, Best Ball Mania was like mostly 20 of them were for content. So not really much on the Pitbull. I think I have like a lot of close ones. Like I have like three third places or something like that. 3 or 4 fourth. Yeah. Between like third and fourth place, I have like 4 or 5, but like nothing yet there. So that's, hopefully just needs some more time, some more Scattaboo. Hopefully, Scattaboo just stays healthy here because he will come in clutch for me. Other than that, I'd have to like go through to see like a true total advance rate and stuff like that. For me, Sprint, I'm not doing well at all. I'm not advancing at all right now. Excuse me. I am. I didn't. So I didn't check again. I'm advancing. No, I lied. I'm advancing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a couple thirds. So yeah, it was bad before. I guess I didn't relook at that. Some of these are easier to see than others. Rookie, sophomore, I'd have to count to see the exact, if I'm like with the field of 25%, but it's decent. And, hopefully if Scattaboo keeps cooking, I was like overweight on Scattaboo in certain formats like marathon, rookie, sophomore, super flex, and obviously classic too, but it could have a big edge there. I'm cashing in all the different super flex here, which is nice, but I'd have to count to see like this one. I'm advancing a bunch. Let's see if we see any. There's a multi-table in there, Steve. Remember that multi-table thing I did? Sibling showdown. I'm looking for any sibling showdowns that of super flex specifically. But we can. There's one that we just did together, sibling showdown. So definitely some sibling, because I know we did multiple because we both like super flex a lot, sibling showdown. So that's a lot of fun. Just takes a while to go through all these separately. But let me see if any of our big boards are, sibling showdown, sibling showdown. So that's always fun to see. And I believe one of my BBMs is and I'm sure if I went through all these, I'd find more sibling showdowns, because that's the fun thing is we didn't just do we did actually the least of BBM. We did like all these different dog breeds. We did sprint, marathon, super flex, rookie, sophomore, all the different formats. So, but of my 2 that are advancing on BBM, one is a sibling showdown. Let's check that team out just for fun. Baker, May, Rogers, Henry, Cook, all Cook, Scattaboo, Braylon Allen, Chris Rodriguez, Drake London, Worthy, Mbuka, Travis Hunter, Keon Coleman, Coker. So we got a couple coming back. Hopkins playing tonight. Goddard, Hunter Henry, Pat Fryermuth. So hey, that's a fun one. So yeah, going through all the different takes a lot of time. But marathon, I have a few of my 53 over 40, but that'll be a lot more fun to track when we have BBMD tracking that too. So that'll be exciting. So yeah, it was fun to just do a quick, we're not going to bore you guys to tears, but just a quick portfolio review every Monday. Keep an eye on things and just hope, especially the guys that we feel really good about, stay healthy. All right, Steve, now let's go over, I'll pull over DraftKings and let me while I'm pulling over DraftKings, why don't you talk about a couple of your best and worst lineups, and I'll actually pull over some of mine.
Oh, my lineups were not good yesterday in DraftKings because I was all in on Dak Prescott and some Baker as well. But the big thing was the injuries. Mike Evans, CD Lamb getting injured.
At least really you got to make Evans Tud first, but yeah.
Yeah, but it just didn't. For underdogs, one thing for DFS, DraftKings, he did not have a good day.
Yeah.
So, I had a really poor cash rate yesterday because those were my leading guys. And then I didn't play enough Jake Ferguson. I ended up being too much on Zach Ertz, and that ended up being the wrong call. And just no Hunter Henry, which I really should have done, considering I had a decent chunk of May.
Yeah, I should have done that too. I got so burned by Henry the week before that I kind of backed off of it and just was like, you know what? I don't need to force a thing with him. But, Hunter Henry was the move yesterday. So this is my, I did a single entry on, and I threw it into like the big $4 on FanDuel. Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So even with a CeeDee Lamb goose egg and a bad Dak score, I finished 287th out of 4,000 plus because I had Jonathan Taylor, again, 3 touchdowns, Mason, 2 touchdowns, Christian McCaffrey, just no touchdown. I saw multiple attempts, but just massive usage in the running and passing game. So 19 FanDuel points still. So yeah, even with Dak, Lamb stack, which was not what you wanted, a Dunze touchdown, I kind of doubled up on the 49ers just usage and then got the Ferguson. What hurt me the most, Steve, talking about like lineup review stuff is I almost wish like DFS, how FanDuel used to have kickers. I wish they'd just get rid of defenses. It's so frustrating because it's so volatile, right? Like, I know I should. What was Minnesota's price on DraftKings? I can't remember what it was on FanDuel.
I don't remember.
Because my stand was basically, I'm either going to pay down for Bengals, go a little bit up to Jaguars, which I did here, thankfully, because, obviously I have no respect for Houston's offensive line and CJ Stroud. So I really like that. But I never got to the Vikings at all. And that hurt. And you should have paid. The Panthers were another good one. So Panthers and Vikings were the two like optimal moves. I was either paying way up for the Packers, paying way down for the Bengals. You lost points on the Bengals. You definitely wasn't worth paying up for the Packers. Jaguars were a fine one, getting 12 fantasy points that are here. I think they were 3,300. So that's cheap here. But Minnesota and Panthers were what you wanted to do. I just wish the defense so volatile. I wish it was like Battle Royale. Just get rid of it.
Yeah. I did some Colts. I didn't really do much Jags. I should have. But yeah, most of my defenses were Packers, Falcons, or Bengals, and Falcons were just as bad as the Bengals.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I did 1 or 2 Falcons too. Yeah. Eddie says he loves the portfolio reviews. Yep. We're going to keep incorporating this every Monday and lineup review too, to just be like, okay, this is bad luck. This is process error, that kind of stuff. And that was probably a process error on me to not go to Minnesota. There were 2 backup quarterbacks. I had less respect for Wentz. And so I was attacking with the Bengals defense when really, even though Browning had some like good games and familiarity, Minnesota is a really good defense. So that was a process error on my part on ignoring Minnesota. Carolina, that was a bit more fluky. I mean, nobody saw that coming. So again, that's why, in these lineup reviews, you can say, okay, well, this is process. I need to work on that. Or this is just bad luck, bad variance. But yeah, I freaking hate defense. But no, I was happy with like going in on the 49ers guys, because again, who else are they going to go to? Even though it was a very low scoring game, even with the whole Dallas Bears stack and 2 of them failing essentially with Dak and Lamb, Odunze and Ferguson were fine. And then just massively hitting on the running backs is always key on FanDuel. And I believe I hit my, I'm pretty sure I hit my early only 2 with a, I believe I got a Drake May. And again, that's where, this is an early only. So, and this is where I did Bijan, obviously. Early only Drake May, Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, DK Metcalf, Diggs, Pittman, Ertz, Jordan Mason, Green Bay. So paying up for Green Bay, not worth it. Those 3 running backs, obviously Taylor and Mason, massively worth it. Bijan, not worth the cost. I tried to get sneaky here with the whole May, Diggs, Metcalf, and Diggs was, to my credit, 4% owned. So I thought, well, maybe week 3 is when he gets more usage. Nope. No dice. Did get the Metcalf touchdown. So that was at least, in FanDuel major touchdown hunting. That was fine. Got the Pittman touchdown. Ertz didn't have the game I would hope he would, but I felt like he was a great touchdown target. So I feel like process was right there. Just, they had some like massively long touchdowns and just didn't go to him in this one. So another one where made some process mistakes, but just some bad variance too. But overall was happy with it. I mean, it's not even like May was like the most optimal quarterback for one, but because what he does add some on the ground. I mean, he even had an interception and a fumble, and but he threw for 268, 2 touchdowns, had like I believe 20 plus yards on the ground. So I think May is going to be in play for me a lot. That's why we liked him so much in DraftKings too, or excuse me, in best ball too. I don't think I have many. I did worse on DraftKings, which is, again, why I love Underdog and why I joke around when people are like, well, you just play the marathon on drafters. Well, actually, you talk about your drafters to circle back to, you have a couple drafters, Sweats. I did just a few drafters. I have one high score in the pre-drafters, but talk about that. I'll pull over my DK. It wasn't very.
Do you want me to pull over drafters real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, pull over drafters. That sounds good. Let me remove this. And then.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So, Eddie says, I was all in on Bijan. Luckily, I was all over Mariota and Mason. Yeah, I was big on Mariota on DraftKings specifically, and then I can pull DraftKings over. Any chance you throw any showdown lineup? We can talk about it, but it's certainly. I used to be way more into showdown, and now I literally will just play like a $3 showdown lineup So I like to be authentic. If I'm not doing a lot, I probably won't. But we can talk about it. Go ahead.
So just in the various drafters tournaments, you should be able to see. I currently combined them winning over $6,000.
Awesome.
But I'm in the pre-draft $10 tournament. I'm in 86th place. That's over 12,000 entries. Caleb was my big guy yesterday, though Gino was right there. So it was 3 quarterback build, Bijan, JT, and so far, unfortunately, Naj. This is going to be a very thin team pre-draft. Hopefully Caleb Johnson starts getting it done. But I actually got the double bears. I obviously had no idea that Luther Burden would be a bear.
Yeah.
But it's a fun team, and I got a few in the top 500. So hopefully, even if that one fails, hopefully some others can get through. But my 2 biggest ones are, Superflex, since I am a big fan of Superflex. I'm 49th out of 12,000. That is a 4 quarterback build. Taylor Shuck hasn't gotten filled yet, but in this you could get him super late. So Baker, Herbert, Stroud, Bijan, JT, JCM, Dylan Sampson, Taj Brooks, Justice Hill. So I'm going to be very heavy on the elite dual-headed running backs. That's essentially what I did. I took 2 running backs early and then punted the rest. And then, got my quarterbacks. Receivers are thinner for that reason, but that's so far paying off because it's Pickens, Golden, Rome Odunze, Michael Pittman, Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen is just key. Please let him stay healthy and thriving.
And then
Hunter Henry,
Tesla, Rowan Wilson. We'll see if we get anything from those types of guys. But then Brenton Strange, Hunter Henry, Pat Freiermuth. So Strange and Hunter Henry have been really good. But the 2 big ones are, I'll do the main event last. I'm in 6th place in this best ball mini.
That's awesome. What's that winning right now?
That's winning 1,875.
Nice. And that's the thing when people talk about the drafters format or the marathon format on Underdog. That's what's fun is like, I still feel bad for Mathology, who had that wagon of a team and then goes out the, week. Like really with this is you can start like falling in love with these teams, tracking them, that kind of stuff. Really, you just need to hope and pray for help, T's and P's for health, as long as they stay healthy and keep doing what they're supposed to, especially each week we could progress, you can really root these teams on. So it's a more fun sweat than I think people give it credit for. So yeah, talk about this team.
Agreed. So I went Dak, Gino, Aaron Rodgers, JT, Bucky, James Cook, Cam Scatterbo, JCM, DJ Gidden. So my running back room is super strong. Yeah. Right now, this week my flex is coming from that James Cook, who had the great day Thursday night, and he's gotten trounced by JT and Cam Scatterbo this week.
Yeah.
My receivers are Jamar Chase, so hopefully they can get that figured out. George Pickens, Jacoby Myers, Emeka Mbuka, Rashard Bateman, Keenan Allen, Darius Slayton, KLS, and then tight ends Mark Andrews. Hopefully he starts producing, but Jake Ferguson and Theo Johnson.
Yeah.
And then in the main event, I am in 174th place.
Nice.
Currently winning 500, but this is out of 118,000 plus entries. Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Tua, Bucky Irving, James Cook, Jordan Mason, Cam Scatterbo. Again,
I love him. Please stay healthy. Please stay healthy.
James Cook being the flex right now. Brashard Smith, Kamanangai, another Jamar Chase team, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Higgins, Adam Thielen, Josh Palmer, Keenan Allen, Josh Reynolds. So you need some other receivers to step up, some ideally Higgins or Thielen.
Has there been any rumor if the Bengals are going to bring somebody in, like after just such a horrid performance by Browning?
Not that I saw.
Yeah. You wonder. I mean, I just they have to keep their chances alive. Eddie giving you some props there. Those are some exciting sweats. And again, drafters and marathon, it's fun. You just need to root for health and just keep doing what they're doing. And and not every week's going to be like Hunter Henry's not going to have 2 touchdowns every week, but if he just stays involved more often than not, or Ferguson, those kind of things, Keenan Allen, and of course our guy, Cam Scatterbo, stay healthy and just keep doing what you're doing. And these are going to be fun to root on. Steve, anything to pump up Eddie about his Thielen bags? I know you're bummed out.
They just need to throw the ball more. It's just tough. Obviously McCarthy was just real bad, and then Wentz threw the ball a little bit more, but they're behind and they just didn't need to throw a lot. So I still think Thielen. I haven't watched that game fully, but the first 2 weeks Thielen's usage, like snap share and stuff, was very impressive. Sure, I think Naylor is going to still work in some, but I don't think they trade for Thielen to just sit him forever.
Right.
So I still think he can pay off. He just needs to hit a couple weeks, honestly. It's not much to pay off that kind of ADP.
Yeah, no, exactly. To pay off that late AP. No, absolutely. I did a little week 3 lineup review on FanDuel. Now let me do on DraftKings. My big move was honestly, once we heard about Mariota playing him, he had the fire emoji. But obviously, and this is a main lineup with Mariota that just didn't get there because of Lamb. I think I had a Caleb main lineup to cash with Lamb. And then I'll get to that. There was one or maybe the Caleb, I'll look at that in a minute. But anyways, this was kind of like my, shell lineup that I worked on. I had a Dak lineup and then I kind of changed to Mariota. So my main quarterbacks were Dak, Mariota, Caleb, and then 1 p.m. Daniel Jones in May. Mariota, good. Ken Walker, JT, Christian McCaffrey. Talked about 3 running backs in our survey, in our shows for here on the content. So, because we want to show you that we will put our money where our mouth is, So, obviously Walker, didn't get a ton of yards, but had 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey, no touchdowns, but a lot of yards and usage. And then Taylor just smashed. And then obviously hit with Keenan Allen. Roma Dunze was fine, and Lamb Goose Egg hurt bad, and then Ertz hurt. So again, some of this is process, some of it's bad luck. Definitely bad process with the Bengals defense on that one. I just thought I was just obsessed with targeting Wentz. Lamb, obviously that's just bad luck. Ertz definitely, I thought the process was right and 2% owned too in this particular one, but didn't get there. Going back to some of the other ones, let's see what did hit. I know I had a sweat at first on 1 p.m. only, and then just it was just such a high scoring slate. It just kind of dissipated. I did not win much at all on DraftKings. Definitely did better on FanDuel. Let's see if this is a lineup. Yeah, still had a Lamb 0, but because I had Caleb, JT, Nathan, Kenneth Walker, another poor defense, and Falcons. We talked about that, but a little bit better of a tight end score, and Ricky Pearsall with the fire emoji. Again, it's all kind of reviewing it and saying what's process, what's bad luck, and you can't control injuries. I wish we could turn them off, but we can't. And it's just bad luck. So I think we had a really good process for week 3. We had a decent week, but we had a great betting week, and we're going to just keep that rolling. And hopefully you guys are tuning in here on the channel and, subbing to our Substack, which is dirt cheap, link in the description. So now that we did obviously Underdog or best ball portfolio review, DFS lineup review. Now let's do a week 4 early look. Excuse me. I will bring this back over, pull up the week 4 main slate, and we'll just quickly, as we do every Monday, just look through what are some early look targets. Doesn't mean by Thursday or Friday when we do our survey on late Wednesday night. We tape our show up that we put up Saturday for Substack subs only. That's Saturday, and Steve's final DFS top plays is up by Friday night or Saturday. So, may not be where we land then. Like last week, we got the Mariota news and that kind of changed some things, but it's certainly good to talk about it early to be thinking about it. So quarterbacks, obviously on this week 4 slate, we do have some higher priced quarterbacks with Josh Allen on the slate, Lamar Jackson, and obviously the big Baltimore, Kansas City game. Jaden Daniels, don't know yet. Have you heard anything about, I'm guessing that won't be.
It's still day to day.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, quite honestly, the way Mariota played, they should make sure err on the side of caution. So Hurts against Tampa Bay, though I will say Tampa Bay has always had Philly's number, then Baker. So that could be a fun one. Goff, and Herbert against the Giants at the top. Steve, what do you like as far as the high-priced quarterbacks?
I think Josh Allen versus Saints at home on a long week. I think you got to like that a lot. Saints, it can be a blowout, so you always.
I always worry about that. You
always worry a little bit, but I do think.
Jets, he put up 11.8 because they didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, but it's just the Lamar versus Kansas City. We've seen that game be amazing before. Last year, week 1. We've also seen playoff matchups and stuff where they don't have to do anything because there's a lot of good defense in that game. Kind of the same in the Philly and Tampa game. I would worry about just the ceiling outcome for these guys. And Goff back at home, which is good, but Cleveland's defense is showing is more and more legit. Yeah. I think Herbert is the one that I'm extremely interested in.
Yeah.
He had 47 attempts against Denver, threw for 300 yards, only the 1 touchdown, but just that kind of upside, that kind of potential, feel really good about.
Again, though, aren't you? I like that too, as far as a matchup perspective, but I'm just worried about the pushback.
There's 0 pushback in the Raiders game, and
Yeah, but he didn't have a great fantasy. He had 19 points.
Yeah, I mean he needs more than
19 at his price. He's at
of course, but he needs 3 touchdowns, and in the Raiders game, they held him to some field goals and stuff.
So no, but I agree with you. Herbert looks like early MVP candidate right now. So
just when their pass rate is off the charts, so many teams, even good quarterbacks, are throwing less. Lamar has thrown 29 and 19 passes, and who knows, odds are he throws under 30 tonight, right? Most games, Herbert's going to throw for over 30, and he's got 3 great receivers. I just think there's a lot of fantasy upside in that offense.
Yeah. Okay. So then underneath that, again, because we're just doing early look here, Purdy TBD against Jacksonville. Obviously need to wait for update on that. Mahomes against Baltimore, as we talked about that matchup. Stafford against Indy. Caleb Williams against Vegas. Daniel Jones against Rams. That's a tough defensive matchup. And May against Carolina. Gino against Chicago too, 54 to kind of 64. What do you like in that range?
Yeah, I mean, I probably will lean into that Caleb Gino game, and we can talk what we think about them as real life quarterbacks, but fantasy wise, they're gonna throw a lot. Both can run a little bit.
No, that's a good point.
And I think both defenses are really bad. So I think they're both very reasonable.
No, that's an early look. That's the game stack I'm very, very interested in from both sides. So that's a great point. Daniel Jones, as much as I've been impressed with him, I'm probably going to avoid the Rams pass rush and defense. And then I'd say May would be another one. Again, we saw, I cashed in that 1 p.m. only on FanDuel. He always is live to add on the ground. If he starts getting closer to 300 and passing touchdowns, then he's really going to cook, because his last 2 weeks with 2 passing touchdowns, he's at 26, 21 points. He had a rushing touchdown the week 2. That's what made that. So, but that's always probably going to be live. So, and against the Panthers, I probably have some interest in May again this week. Going down lower than that, then you've got Stroud, Lawrence, TBD of Mac Jones, Penix, Russ Wilson, Mariota if he plays, Bryce Young, Cam Ward, Rattler. So I guess for me, I'd probably just say Mariota if he plays against the Falcons. Don't see anything else that really jumps out to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Young against New England's defense is not good.
No, it's not.
They invested a lot into it. It does not look good so far. I mean, maybe they get a few guys healthy. Like Bryce Young didn't get there this game, but that's because they had 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, he only had 121 passing yards.
But there was a blowout.
Yeah.
So
no, if that has some pushback to it, no, that makes sense. Any other thoughts? And then we can go on to the next running backs.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we'll see if Mariota ends up playing. And look, like if we'll get a look at Detroit defense tonight, but Joe Flacco, 4,700, probably playing from a negative game script. I know he's not gotten there fantasy wise yet, but we've seen it before from Flacco. If they're playing from behind the entire time and he's going to put the ball in the air, I know he's thrown 45 times twice this year and has not gotten there, but it's touchdowns. He's missing touchdowns, right? Week 1, he had 290 yards, just 1 touchdown. He won't get anything on the ground, of course, but if he gets the 300-yard bonus, he gets 2 or 3 touchdowns. Like, he can get there. There is a path. And at 4,700, he is now actually cheaper than like a Marcus Mariota.
Right. No, that's a good point. Sorry, let me just turn the fan down. Cold even in my sweatshirt. Let me get to the comments. Then we will jump into running backs and cook through the rest of this early look. Then we will do early look in the Battle Royale streets and then jump over to Monday night bets. Mike Robb says, seen a lot of juicy matchups for the studs this week, and I'm looking at stats and billing out the form. And yes, Mike is so kind that for Substack subs only, there will be access to his form with all this data. So keep that in mind. Just another thing. I think it quite honestly should be $34.99 a month, but it's $34.99 for a year with a free 7-day trial. So thank you, Mike. We appreciate that. And yeah, no, there are some definitely juicy matchups. And Tim giving shout out, who is a subscriber. Shout out to Fanspeak for having JT ranked much higher than his ADP. I made out like a bandit with JT exposures, and McCaffrey too. Clicked him a lot because of the rankings and Ferg Daddy. I love to hear that, Tim. That makes us happy to hear. We hope there's a lot of Fanspeak folks at the top of the leaderboards in the best ball street. So absolutely love to hear that. Okay, Steve, now let's talk again, early look. Just, we will dive deeper in this in our experts our survey between the two of us. The show that we do on Thursday, diving deeper, the show that we do Friday, and your article Friday night, Saturday morning. So early look at running backs: Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Barkley, JT, Henry, James Cook, Bucky. They're all there. 60, basically around 7,000 and up. They are all there. Then you got to think through matchups. I guess usage, obviously McCaffrey against Jacksonville, Bijan against Washington, Gibbs against Cleveland. That might be one I'd stay away from. Barkley against Tampa, JT against the Rams. I'm not sure if that's one we want to go to. The Rams defense, I definitely respect a ton. They held Saquon in check after getting burned by them last year. Baltimore against Kansas City. So I wouldn't say the matchups are particularly amazing out. And then James Cook, New Orleans is. So where would you point to James Cook and above, or Bucky and above?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely will favor probably James Cook just with that matchup. Yeah,
And if you've missed it, I've apologized to Steve for harassing him about James Cook during basketball season. I've already taken the L and apologized. And I definitely gave Steve a hard time for drafting too much James Cook. But go ahead.
So some of these like McCaffrey and Bijan, like they're just utilized so heavily in general. Like Bijan obviously didn't get touchdown, but he got he's gotten at least 5 targets every game. He got over 100 total yards, and this was a blowout game. And I'm pretty sure he didn't play like the last 2 drives. So same with McCaffrey, like he's getting there on just sheer volume and the passing side.
Yeah.
He's actually not running well. He's averaging like 3.6 yards a carry, but his receiving, he's gotten at least 50 yards. He's gotten at least 6 catches in every game.
Yeah. In 3 games, he has 32 targets. Yeah. He's top 8 in target share going into tonight's game. It's wow, not counting the Monday night players. Yeah.
So I feel like their matchups really don't matter at this point. Like I worry, particularly if Purdy's back. I think that's a plus. And the Jacksonville matchup, I think it's more of who they've played with, like Houston and Cincinnati and stuff like that. Cincinnati just can't run the football. The Gibbs one worries me some. Barkley I can see either way. JT I can see either way because honestly his usage is just incredible. At least 17 carries every game, at least 2 targets, but he's gotten 8 catches so far. He had I think 14 all of last year. So it's just
we said it all off season. If Daniel Jones is a starter, that is so good for JT, and it has bared out through 3 weeks and hopefully continues to.
Yeah, the Henry stuff I'm expecting to bounce back tonight. Tomorrow's going to be tough. But hey, Cam Scatterbo got there against the Chiefs. Now, granted, half of his work was in the passing game, but if game script is more neutral, if game script is the Baltimore head, then Henry will get his work in.
Okay.
And this will probably be one of the cheaper times you get Henry.
Yeah, that's fair. About cheaper times Henry, that's definitely a consideration. My favorites up top are probably James Cook and CMC. For both matchup and usage. Going down, you have Kyron Williams against Indy, Genti against Chicago, Kamara against Buffalo, Hubbard against New England, Hampton against the Giants, Etienne against San Francisco, Monty against Cleveland, Pollard against Houston, Judkin, and then you got the Judkins, Scattaboo, like the Ja'Cory Krosky, Merritt. I was going to say, I knew when I was looking late last night, there's like a pile of rookies. Henderson, who, fumbleitis issues for 2 fumbles for Stevenson. I know I heard post-game stuff about, we need him, but basically like, it didn't sound like he'd be necessary, but like basically that can't happen. So, that will be interesting because Henderson's usage just skyrocketed after obviously the fumbles because who was the other running back? I'm blanking on the East.
Antonio Gibson.
Gibson had a fumble. Ramondre had 2 fumbles. How it bears out of their season, we'll see, but I definitely wouldn't be playing either of them. And you may have some interest at a 5,200 Henderson, JCM or Bill 53, our guy Scatterbo 55. Judkins does look good, even though he's a scumbag. He had 55. So there's a lot of rookies there that are really appealing to me, I'd say, Steve. And then up higher, I don't know. To me, it's probably like the top, the Cook, the CMC, like the guys up top, and probably some of these rookies. Are there anything else you're seeing in this mid-range?
Yeah, let's see if we get some more positive news about Henderson playing more. It's a good matchup, but just the way they've been utilizing Henderson, they still don't seem to have a lot of trust in him. He's still not been very productive.
No, not yet.
And the whole JCM thing.
Oh, it's a full-blown split backfield. Yeah.
It's a split backfield. He did get the touchdown, but he did not run well. He got 1 target. McNichols is going to get more. Rodriguez got the most.
He was just lucky he got in the end zone. So, I definitely don't have interest in Bill. It's probably
Hampton is definitely the guy sub 6K.
For me, it's Hampton and Scattaboo and maybe Henderson are probably the ones I have the most interest in, which ironically was
I'd probably lean like, well, I don't love Judkins. Like I think his usage is probably more clear. And Tony Pollard, Houston's defense does not look good. Tony Pollard has gotten at least 16 carries in every single game.
He's not really
And
running well. Week 2, he ran well, but the last couple games.
yeah, but my point is, you can't buy that kind of, like, he's going to get twice as many carries as JCM. He'd probably get twice as many carries as Henderson.
Yeah. Yeah, and Scattaboo, I respect the Chargers defense, but again, I wonder if just in a negative game script, he could get a lot of receiving work.
Yeah.
They showed not shy to check down to him, 8 targets, 6 receptions for 61. So love our guy Scattaboo, but probably more from the receiving side on like a DraftKings. Anything down low that sticks out to you? I mean, I'd say no, unless something were to open up. So that covers running backs. Let's head over to receivers, because again, this is early look. Mike Rob's trolling you, Tyler Lockett week.
Hey, he almost got there. Almost got there.
Did he get any targets, Steve?
Yeah. He and Iron Man are, I think, tied for the lead in targets.
Yeah, Ridley.
Iron Man got the touchdown.
My Ridley bags are very, very sad.
I don't know
what is going on with that. That is brutal. Okay, so you had 4 targets, 4 catches for 37 yards. Okay, enough Lockett. We don't want to embarrass ourselves. Just kidding. So top of the receivers, Puka against Indy, Nico against Tennessee, ASB playing tonight, obviously, against Cleveland, Neighbors against Chargers. Wow, he was a ghost last night. That was insane. And Buka with Mike Evans likely out against Philly. They already priced him above Mike Evans slightly. Flowers playing tonight against Kansas City. Evans likely out, but it sounds like it hopefully is minor, which is good for our Evans bags. Ladd, McConkey against the Giants, AJ Brown against Tampa, Adunze against Vegas, Devontae against Indy. What at the top are you liking? No, like massive, 7,900 and below. That's interesting.
Yeah. So I think both Rams receivers are very much in play. I mean, Puka's target share is incredible, but Adams is getting more red zone work and end zone work. And Adams' targets are very high as well. So I have to like that a lot. The ASB matchup is not great. Probably the Neighbors matchup is not great. And Buka, especially when Evan, maybe Godwin's back, but probably no Mike Evans. So it's like, I don't know. He's okay, but Philly is tough. I know, yes, the Rams got there, but we're talking about 2 of the best receivers. And, I just would be hard pressed to copy paste in the fact that you're paying 6,800. My point is, he can't just get by with 6 for 80, even 6 for 8 and a touchdown. You're probably not going to be too thrilled about it. So this could be the get right spot for Ladd. I think I wouldn't be shocked to see AJ Brown have another big game. Tampa secondary is very beatable. I think we keep running the Rome show.
Yeah. We talked about liking Caleb in that game.
And I'll be interested to hear if we start hearing, and we'll get to him later, but Luther Burden getting more involved.
Yeah.
But up top, I'm, maybe some Zay, depends on how he looks tonight, but it's just tough because.
Yeah, with that defense,
the defense is tough, and
we saw what they did to Neighbors last night.
Exactly. Like if they're gonna take away any pass catching weapon, it's gonna be Zay, and they like to do that.
Okay, then in the mid range, Debo. I'm not going to go through every matchup again, but Debo, Godwin, JMO playing tonight. T-Mac. Assume TBD if Worthy plays. London, Pearsall, his price came up slightly. Coleman, DJ Moore, Terry. Got to hear on his hamstring for Terry, right?
Yeah.
Quentin Johnson. Got to wait on news for that. Quentin Johnson, Jacoby Myers, like that. Devonta Smith, Shakir, Keenan Allen, still like that. Hollywood Brown. So for me, the guys I'm targeting in this range are the guys I've been targeting in this range. I don't know about you, but Pearsall at 5,700, Myers at 5,400 in that. Different game. We talked about Rome already. So Rome, Pearsall, Myers, and Keenan Allen are probably the ones that I like the most. How about you?
Yeah, I'd also add T-Mac. Like, he can lead Carolina in targets, only had 3 catches, but this was a blowout. This game, they stopped throwing. I'm not really going to judge that. And we'll see if Christian Gonzalez, what the situation is there, but Patriots defense is not good, as I mentioned before. So I like that whole range and area. I think Michael Pittman at 5,100. I don't know if you got to him yet, but had another touchdown. Didn't get 100 yards yet, but he's been like first or second in targets pretty much every single, all three games. He's been very efficient with them. Daniel Jones clearly likes him. So I think he's a solid option.
All right, then. I think that's a good call out there. Then low options, 5K and under. Juwan Jennings, TBD if he plays. Wendell Robinson, Judy Ridley, who's been, I hope for my best ball bags he makes a reappearance here. Bateman playing tonight. Mooney, Burden, which, like you said, does he get more involved? Because obviously he had the touchdown and also had a rush, but three for 101 and a touchdown and a rush. So that was good to see him get involved. Travis Hunter, Shaheed, Hopkins, Diggs, who, again, I went to him at low ownership. That did not work out. Are we going to start getting Diggs more involved? That, again, would help for my best ball bags. But, I mean, he's priced down to 4,500, but deservedly so. Are we going to get him going? Trey Tucker, who just went off at 4,200. Pierce, Kirk, Butte, Palmer, Diami Brown, Downs. What are your anybody down low? And then we can just move on to tight end.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Burden is somebody I want to hear what they talk about with him. I think Mooney is fine because keep in mind he had 11 targets, and he's just working his way back. Like the coach and staff was asked about, and they said this guy missed all of camp. He's working his way back. Washington's secondary is very exploitable. We just saw Trey Tucker drop 3 touchdowns on them. And speaking of him, he's somebody I would go back to. Trey Tucker's in another good matchup.
Mm-hmm. We talked about liking that Chicago Vegas.
Yeah, he now has 4 touchdowns. He had week one, only 3 targets, but week 2, he had 8 targets. Last week, he had 9. So he's getting more and more involved.
And indoors in Vegas too. That's right.
Everyone was wondering what rookie would be, Thornton or Betch. It's Trey Tucker. I don't particularly love, going to like.
I don't think there's a need to pay that. There's so much goodness in this middle range that I really don't.
Say one thing is I do want to hear Alec Pierce. I think it was a concussion.
Yeah.
So if he misses the game, what does that mean for like Adonai Mitchell or Downs?
Downs is really priced. If Pierce were to miss, Downs is priced way down since he hasn't really done a ton yet.
But it probably helps Mitchell the most. Mitchell will probably be a full-time player.
Right. That's true. All right. Let's go over. I think that covered, again, just an early look. We have a lot more content coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the DFS street. So this is just a first look heading over to tight ends, and Mike giving you a hard time. Then circling back, just give in to Zay, Steve, give in to him. Hey, Mike, he's in our parlay on Substack today. He's in our parlay. So we gave in there. Any feedback to Mike razzing you up?
No, I mean, he's looked good so far. It's just, he's to me a little tougher because he just doesn't, and DraftKings is a little different at full point PPR, but I know he had the 100 yards week 1 and the touchdown, but he just generally has not produced a lot of touchdowns, and that's not really his game. So you, at a high priced receiver, you want that. Like you could get by with Ricky Pearsall 100 yards at 5,200 or whatever, but
so far he's an amazing target share. He's we'll just see over.
Oh, the target share is there, and even the 100 yards are probably potentially there most weeks. So this is tougher matchup. It's just touchdowns. You still need touchdowns.
Right. Yeah. So, sorry, I'm having afternoon yawn fest. I gotta pump it up here. Let's go. We still got to get through this Underdog and some Monday night bets, and it's already 6:00, 2 hours till game time. So we'll go through this quick. You know me. I like paying down for tight ends, but there's not many pay down options this week. Bowers, Kelsey, Warren, Kincaid, Laporta, Andrews, Juwan Johnson, who's gained insane usage, Ertz, 40, and Henry, 4,000 and up. So there are plenty of options in that area. I would probably, I'm just, I'm obsessed with Tyler Warren just as a player. Didn't get there this week, just 3 for 38. Excuse me, Juwan, I'd probably just go right back to Juwan Johnson or Henry. Juwan Johnson, negative game script against Buffalo, just gained a ton of targets. Henry against Carolina. What are your thoughts? And then we'll just then take a look at the cheapies.
Yeah, I mean, up top, I think Bowers is fine. They keep lowering the price on him. And
I was going to say tight end pricing is in line with how I feel about tight ends. I like betting tight ends, but in drafts, both on Underdog, Battle Royales, Best Ball, and DFS. I just like paying down or drafting them late. So, but yeah, the prices are going down because the market agrees with me. They're not worth paying up for it.
Well, and the other thing with Bowers is Michael Mayer. I'm assuming he's out.
You're right.
So, even more potential because most guys miss the week after a concussion. Bowers, he only had 5 targets this last game, but this is a great matchup, and we know he can get wide receiver 1 type target share. I have no problem going back to Ertz. I think.
Well, just who are your favorites in this range? Let's just
Johnson, Henry, Ertz is fine. I think Kyle Pitts is still getting a lot of targets, and he faces a bad Washington secondary who is going to be missing multiple players.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I think Brenton Strange.
That's my cheapie. That I was going to say. So under 4K, 3,200. Still got 7 targets, 6 for 61. Brenton Strange, you are my cheapie of the week, 3,200. Mike shouted out, again, Ravens fan, historically, Mark Andrews been shut down versus the Chiefs, all very mediocre games. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go there. I know likely had a big game against them week 1 last year, but I don't see many other cheapie options, Steve. I think
one that I would point to is figuring out what Carolina's going to do with JT Sanders.
Sanders is likely out,
so, Tremble, or could be rookie Mitchell Evans. He's had 1 catch each of the last 2 weeks. So 2,700, 2,500 in a great matchup.
Yeah. Okay. That's enough. And that's what this is all about, is just an early look there. So again, we will dive into much more detail on Thursday, Friday, Saturday here on the channel and our Substack. All right, Steve, bring on over the Underdog week 4 Battle Royale streets so that we can rip a couple Battle Royales as an early look. And then we will get to the Monday night bets because we are 2 hours from game time. Kix is in here, one of our loyal subscribers. Great to see you. I'm late to the party. I'll rewind, watch it later. Thank you. We appreciate you coming in, saying hello. Hope you had a great week 3 or finish off a great week 3 tonight too. All right. So if anybody wants to join us in the Battle Royale streets, that is where we're going.
Did I miss it?
Do they not have it up yet?
They have all the other contests. I see the Wildcat, the Bomb. I haven't looked yet, so
I haven't looked yet either. I thought it was usually up by now. NFL. Okay, see all the prime time. Oh no, it's up. Battle Royale week 4. Did you want to do do they have the $3? No, the $3 is done for tonight. There's like a primetime bash if you want to do that. That's almost 96% full if you want to do that for tonight. Tonight, and then the Thursday game, it's tonight in Seattle, Arizona on whatchamacallit. Did you have any desire to do that?
We can if you want. I'm sorry, I'm still not finding Battle Royale. Let me refresh my screen.
Yeah, try refresh. I think it just started. Let's do the $5 primetime bash just for fun. It's about to fill.
All right.
Mike said my man got blacklisted from VR. Shut it all down.
I see Battle Royale now. I don't see a $5. I see the $10.
Did it fill? Or maybe it filled. Goodness gracious, these things fill so fast.
Do you want to just do Battle Royale?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're in the Battle Royale streets.
All right. I'm going to count it down and I'll be entering in 5 seconds. Entering in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter.
I got blacklisted. Shut it all down. All right. So
on 5.
What's that?
Waiting on 5.
Oh, so if anybody would like to join us so we can did they shut you down, Steve? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Still waiting.
Are we still waiting for 5?
That's what it says.
Yikes. All right. I'm going to, as we're waiting for that, I'm going to do a $3 showdown for tonight. I'm going to talk it through so we don't have dead air. We don't want dead air out there. All right. Captain, I'm going to do my favorite player, Jameson Williams.
That's probably the worst captain call, but yeah.
No, it's not. Low owned and explosive. That's exactly what you want, my friend.
Okay.
What did he do for me week 17? What did he do for me week 17?
Yeah. And
Mike was in the pre-flow. He'll do this one too. Oh, sorry, Mike. Steve's bad counting. What are you denying my week 17 JMO hero? He was an absolute hero. 2 touchdowns. He's definitely live for the bonus. All right. So what are
we're filled.
Okay. Who would be your scrubs to play? Oh, definitely one of the kickers. One or both kickers are good. Do you like Bates or Luke better?
I don't know. I think it depends on what kind of game you're talking about. If it's a high scoring game, kickers ain't going to play.
Well, what if they're a part of a lot of the scoring?
No, then they need field goal. Like, I'm just saying if.
Right. That's what I meant. Like, if it's like, I'm just making it up, what would be a score with a lot of field goals? 31-27. You know.
Field goals, but yeah.
Steve.
I'm just saying, like, if I don't like doing kickers in high scoring games.
30-27. Wouldn't that be a lot of field goals?
Oh my.
If they're kicking 50-yard bombs and Bates can, I think Luke can too, actually.
All right, we're live.
Did Mike get in this one?
You did.
Okay, perfect.
You got the 6th spot.
Okay, so we're at 4. So we can get one of those running backs, hopefully.
Yep. I think Puka is also very much in play early.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so McCaffrey, Taylor, not surprised. James Cook would probably. Oh, well, that's fine. Washington.
You're going to go Bijan or Puka?
I'd say Bijan against Washington.
Yeah.
They're going to be pissed for a bounce back. All right. Who are else are you? Scroll down a little bit. You got 2 high-priced quarterbacks. Nico Neighbors, Rome. Kind of like the idea of stacking up that game.
Yeah.
Like Rome. I guess you don't. But what are you thinking here at pick 9? Our guy Mike went Puka Barkley. I like that. What are you thinking here at 9? Definitely not Gibbs. I don't know. I don't think we have to force an early quarterback, but if you want to, we can. I wouldn't do Josh Allen
No, I mean, Allen would be the only quarterback I'd really consider.
But you have Allen. We got James Cook.
Yeah.
Steve, 9 seconds. Just pick one of the receivers.
Let's go Marion Hampton.
Steve, you can come back to us. What are you doing?
Well, we're just picking up Marion Hampton.
What, you didn't like any of those receivers?
I don't love the St. Brown matchup. Relying on Houston doesn't feel good. Relying on the Giants versus Chargers doesn't feel good.
Like, do you not care about ADP in Battle Royale? You just took a guy at 19 ADP.
Yeah, he's not going to end there. Right now, there's 2 running backs on the team, him and Hassan Haskins. Who do you think is going to get the work against the Giants defense?
That's a good point. That's fair. Okay, Q Roma Dunze. I want Roma Dunze. Oh, yeah, I like Devontae. Yeah. No, to my point, though, I didn't like taking – in Battle Royales, I don't really do it a lot. I'd have to see the data. I don't think Josh Allen, James Cook are going to hit the same lineup that often. It has to be like a 90th% outcome.
Yeah, I get that it's not as likely, but they're one of the few combos who can.
They're one of the few combos that can, but I don't think quarterback, running back, and running back receiver is very optimal in BR unless you think that team's scoring like 45 or more points.
Yeah, but Bills can do that.
They can. But bottom line is I didn't want to take
the nuts.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting frustrated. We kept talking over each other.
I know, but my point is, you look, Bills week 1 would have been fine, but Lamar and Henry would have been the absolute nuts if they were in the main slate.
What did Lamar score? Like 26?
No, I thought he had like 30 points.
No,
He ran for 70 and a touchdown, and then he threw for what, 3?
I'm almost positive. I'd have to check on fantasy points, but no, I'm almost positive he had like 26. I don't think he threw for 3. Doesn't Fantasy Pros do the point by point?
They do.
Now I'm just curious, honestly. Yeah, but I think you're going to need a 45 plus point score, and it's going to need to be balanced out enough, and then scoring down at the other, like not lower price quarterbacks going off and all that kind of.
I understand, but you do know we didn't get James Cook, right?
No, I thought we had James Cook.
Okay, I had no idea what this argument was about.
Who did we get?
Okay, well, we need to make a choice here.
Okay.
You want Ricky Pearsall?
Yeah, Ricky or Ladd.
Let's take a tight end or.
No. Take Ricky. No, you keep reaching for these players.
Ricky is the biggest reach.
I like him.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Shit, we have no stacks built out. Which quarterbacks do Hunter Henry, Drake May?
I don't know about that.
Why? Who do you like? I mean, you could just do Caleb Williams and then just not have a stack.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and just hope he's running one in, because if he is with the optimal quarterback, most likely it will be like a Roma Dunze or a stack, but that's why I'd prefer a running quarterback or like a Drake May with like a Hunter Henry.
I mean, if Henry's there, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I would like the most. I'm bummed we didn't get Rome, because I definitely would have wanted a Rome Caleb. Maybe we do one more and we try for that. Okay. No, I didn't mean to fight with you, but I was trying to make the point about James Cook, and we didn't even have James Cook, so that was worth it. Yeah. But my point is, I particularly don't like doing like running back quarterback or running back receiver, because you need like the nuts outcome. So to have the nuts outcome, you need this team to score a shitload of points, which could happen. But again, I'm not doing 150 lineups, so that's not the angle.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, but what I will say is there are the teams that, you don't do it with a team like the Patriots, who are only going to score 3 or 4 touchdowns max. Like, you can do it with elite offenses. Those are the offenses where
I know, and you probably can in some of the smaller field stuff too. I'm just saying that in the BR, where you have to be perfect, just like in the Millie Maker on DraftKings, you don't stack as much. The smaller the tournament, you can stack more. The bigger the tournament, you have to hit the 99, like the nuts out.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Did we get Drake May?
No, we took Henry first.
Okay. Let me just check on chat really quick as we were arguing. Double drafting and kids bath, not the best combo. This team doesn't represent me as a person. Oh my God, hysterical, Mike. You got the double draft and kids bath time. Yeah, you are a loyal Fanspeak sub here, drafting with us, chatting with us, and kids bath time. Very impressive. Eddie says fourth TD day could do it, 2 passing, 2 touchdowns. He was talking about the Josh Allen, James Cook, which I totally had wrong, which is hysterical. If Trey Tucker and Gino can score 3 together, so can Allen and Cooks. Awkward. Yeah. I started an argument and we didn't even have the right guy on the team. That's typical. That sounds totally accurate for me. Did we get Drake May?
We did.
Beautiful. Let's do one more, and then we'll go over to the Monday night sportsbook bets.
All right. I'm going to count it down. All right. The last draft should finish. I'm going to enter in 5 seconds. Earn in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter.
It was driving me crazy. But hold on, let me find it. Give me 1 second. I was looking up the week 1 scoring fantasy points. Lamar was 29. So yeah, you were closer than I thought. It was like 26, but same diff. You were right. I'm trying to give you credit here.
Appreciate that.
Week 3 so far, Caleb's high scoring. Caleb Hurts, Gino, Josh Allen, Mariota, but like a distant, not really high quarterback scoring. Caleb at 29.1, Hurts at 29. Yeah, very low scoring. It's interesting.
Obviously, we have 2 guys tonight who could sneak in there and push down.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it. Dogs over humans. Rudy's your favorite. He's resting right now. Oh, Rudy, you need to go outside soon.
Mike.
What do you say? I'm going to try to stack Allen and Cook here. Hey, buddy. You're such a good boy. How many more are we
like to watch the world burn?
What's that?
Said some people just like to watch the world burn.
Hi, bud. Any other cheap plays you like on DraftKings for tonight?
I mean, I think Hopkins,
yeah,
we see you could go Walker instead. He got to, something like that. Tesla, he got
I finished
him
it.
up some.
This actually doesn't make sense because I have 2. What's Monty at priced at?
All right, this is filled. We got Mike in here. We are 1-2.
All right, like it. Love it.
Take James Cook first overall, Mike.
Oh my God. Too funny. I'm hungry and tired. I wanted to fill the dead air and just let everybody know how I feel.
Okay, appreciate that. So who do you want up top here, Meg?
McCaffrey.
Okay, well, Mike has a say in things.
If he doesn't take McCaffrey. If not, I don't know. Are you worried about? We already got Bijan. So are you worried about James Rams defensive line, or just like lean into the usage on JT for 2?
I'd lean into the usage. I mean, I honestly think all 4 backs you can make a very defensible case. And Puka, I think this is a 5-man week just from my early look at it.
Okay.
You want one of how last week you kind of wanted 4 guys. Like this week you want any of the top 5. I feel really good about starting to.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, he went Puka.
All right. Duke and McCaffrey.
I should have done James Cook.
Just intentionally try to get a James Cook, Josh Allen team. Hey, that could be the nuts this week. I mean, listen, I've already apologized to you for my James Cook naysaying this summer. I'm a girl. I can admit when I'm wrong. I just missed by $200. I had a lineup I really liked, but I missed it by 200. Oh, wait, could I get? Oh, I got it. Let me know when I can read it.
You can read it now.
Wait, how many more until we're up?
5.
Oh, okay. We got a little break. Okay. Well, I'm just filling the dead air. Okay. And Eddie asked me about down lineup. I love Jamison Williams. It's Jamison Williams. It's a 2-4 with Jamison Williams in the captain. It's Jamison Williams, David Montgomery, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Loop. Boom. Love it. It's locked.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. Well, good.
Mike's getting wild with the Puka. I like it.
Okay.
All right.
Up
we
in
come back
2.
Up. Okay. So, okay.
Lamar, Henry, ASB, Brock, Nico, Malik, Rome.
I want Rome in one of these 2 picks.
Dude, can we push it? I don't know.
No, Mike might want him. I love Rome.
Yeah, we'll just take Rome.
Yeah. I want a Caleb Rome stack against the Raiders in the indoor track. I like it. With McCaffrey, yes, please. All right, perfect.
You want double Rams? Oh no, that was Mitch. I thought Mike took Monte Adams.
Okay, who do we want here? Not ASB against Cleveland. He gets his guy Lamar, and he gets Hampton.
He brought up Hampton.
I mean, I guess we could do the run back. I just hate paying up for tight ends. Tight end, National Tight End Day is the only day I respect tight ends.
I like it from the run back, and just he really could separate himself this week.
Okay, you said that last week too.
I know.
Do you think he's playing injured? Maybe. I mean, they're all playing.
At least he'll be playing. Michael Mayer's out. You know.
I know, but I didn't mind some of those cheaper tight ends. Like, but anyways, so where does Caleb go in this? He doesn't go to 30. So let's look at running back for our next one. What do you like? Oh, Cam Scatterbo.
I mean, Kyron Williams.
Just take him early.
Bucky.
We got to take him before Mike. Mike knows our moves.
We do.
Oh my God. McCaffrey and Scatterbo. That's how dreams
are. So we definitely don't want to go with one of these receivers like as Zay Flowers or AJ Brown.
Yeah. You could. I mean, come on. AJ Brown, it could be like 2 points or 25 points. And I know that's the game we play, but like I like plenty of other receivers. We named them during the thing. I like Pearsall. I like Pittman. I like you just scrolled by past a bunch of them. Keenan Allen.
Ricky just went.
Who?
Ricky just went.
Okay.
So do we do?
I say we do a scroll down receiver and we just take Caleb and Cam here.
All right. Gonna screw up Cam Scatterbo's ADP for everyone else.
That's fine. I don't care. Mike says, I feel like the top end wide receiver is limited this week while running back depth is there with only going 12 max. Okay, so maybe he doesn't like my scroll down receiver idea, but I'm going to find this one. But I hear what you're saying, Mike. It does feel top heavy at receiver. That's a good point. Okay, I love our start. Steve, after this, Steve will give you his favorite showdown. I just gave you my showdown. I still have it up on the screen. I'm staring at it and I like it a lot. So we have Caleb, McCaffrey, Cam, our guy Cam Scaboo, Roma Dunze, Brock Bowers looking for a receiver, and I like all those ones that you have queued up.
Yeah.
So if we get one of those, I am feeling good. I mean, you mentioned Tet too.
The good news is
Debo.
Only Fish Mob can take a receiver.
Oh, okay. Oh, well then great.
You can only take one.
Okay. Well, that's good news. Yeah. Let's see who he goes. Probably London. Really has us on the edge of our seats there, Fish Mob.
Yeah. Fish Mob knows how to build the drama.
He does know how to build the drama. Oh, he goes Keon Coleman. All right. Well, who would be your pick, Steve?
It's tough.
I would probably rank them in the order you currently have them.
I'll probably say Keenan Allen. It is a bring back to the Scatterbo thing. I mean, I do like Drake London against our secondary. We could be missing multiple corners, and our safety, Will Harris, is going to be out for a while. So,
yeah, I'll let you decide. I'm fine with either Keenan or Drake.
Let's go Keenan. I mean, he's just looking so good.
He's been a steady Eddie. Keep it up against New York. Oh, read that team. I like that team. And then read Mike's team, and then we can get over to the
Caleb Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Cam Scatterbo, Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, Brock Bowers. And Mike ends his team with Kyron Williams, the massive Rams side of things. Baltimore, Lamar, Marion Hampton, Kyron Williams, Puka Nakua, Zay Flowers, and then Tyler Warren. So he's all in on that game, that Rams-Colts game.
Nice.
And then, Zay and Lamar with Hampton as the other running back.
Nice. Thank you, Mike, for joining us in both drafts. Thank you guys for watching. We are going to do Monday Night Bets and then get out of here. Let me pull that over, Steve. But we kind of covered it all. Best ball portfolio, lineup, DFS lineup review week 3, early look week 4, early look DFS, early look Underdog Battle Royale. And now we are going to do some Monday Night Bets. Let me share my screen here. FanDuel Sportsbook. All right. There we go. All right. Let's talk bets now. And Steve, you can cook up a showdown for Eddie. Again, mine was JMO in the captain, Montgomery, Henry, Hopkins, Lamar, Loop. I'm into it. But again, we have sent our bets and SGP with a FanDuel boost already to our Substack subs. Looking at tonight's game, Steve, I do think we have a potential for a high scoring one. I do think Ravens win at home. Here I am in Baltimore, decent weather out, but no, I do think Ravens get it done at home. I do think it could be a high scoring affair. The line is -4.5. Total is 53.5. How do you see it going? And then we'll get into touchdowns, first touchdowns, props.
I mean, I think the Ravens win at home. Detroit is definitely better indoors. And so, it's definitely, even with, neutral weather like it is tonight, I just think we just see massive splits for Detroit inside. And I think that continues. So, yeah, I like the Ravens to win. I think Detroit can hang with them a little bit, because the Ravens secondary is kind of struggling right now and a little banged up. I believe Humphrey's out. Detroit has some weapons to attack it. But overall, I think Baltimore just is too good. Lamar is too good. Henry is too good. I think, they were kind of shut down last week. I think they bounce back this week for a big, big game.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Eddie, mine was JMO captain, Monty, Lamar, Derrick Henry, Hopkins, and the Ravens kicker. All right, looking at the touchdowns, let's have some fun with touchdowns. First touchdown scorer, obviously Henry, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Flowers, Montgomery at the top. But let's do one longer odds than 12 to 1. So who's your long odds one, Steve? And you can tell me to scroll down.
This is for the first touchdown, correct?
First touchdown, yeah. Let's just have some fun. Throw some stuff out there.
Yeah. Look, he hasn't gotten there yet this year, but I'm going to go Rashard Bateman. This guy had 8 touchdowns last year, was a big red zone weapon, and just general and deep shots as well. So it could be an early type play, and I just think it's gonna come.
Yeah. All right. I don't mind that. I'm going to go JMO. Already bet it. 18 to 1. He's my guy. What can I say? He was good to me in best ball. I drafted him punch in best ball. You just set right out of captain with him. Love betting his props, his alts. He's in our parlay tonight. I'm going to say JMO first touchdown. But if you want to get extra spicy, might throw a little, throw a shekel on Isaac Tesla. He ran not many routes week 1, ran, I think 12 or 14 last week. Only caught one long one, but hey, it only takes one at 35 to 1. That could be pretty fun. Anytime touchdowns you're eyeing up for their price, Steve?
I mean,
just like yesterday, you put Mike Evans on the sheet. He was still plus odds to get a touchdown. We know he's a touchdown guy, and it got there. Who are you like? I mean, obviously, Derrick Henry.
I love Derrick Henry, but it's
super
you're paying the freight.
Right.
I will probably point to, I
love it, Eddie. Good luck.
From the Lions side, I like that we're getting plus money for Amon-Ra. Again, the Ravens secondary is very banged up. I think they're very exploitable. From the Ravens side,
Thought you were going to say Monty. You love a Monty plus money.
I do love Monty, and I think he's very live as well. It's just, I think game script wise, Detroit's going to have to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
I'll probably just go Lamar from the Ravens side.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, plus 165 for Lamar. I mean, I think that, I know he doesn't run as like Hurts and Allen do around the goal line, but he still can break one off for sure.
Exactly.
Mike, a Ravens fan, says Rasheen Ali first touchdown on a kick punt return. Hey, that would be fun. That would be fun. What is Ali? Yeah, that would be a quick hundo to one, you know. Might have to sprinkle that just for Mike. Okay, mine is, you know, my same guy, plus 240 for and DraftKings has that king of the end zone thing where the longest touchdown, if you bet the token on it, then gets paid out in like bonus bets, you know, obviously split amongst all the people that. So I did that for the king of the end zone. JMO obviously could have a massively long touchdown. Obviously, he's known for explosive plays, and plus 240 for an anytime for JMO is definitely fun. He got there last week. All right. So that covers touchdowns, first touchdowns. We talked about the game. Now let's talk about props that jump out to us. I mean, there's no like massive, like, you know, the Christian McCaffrey receiving, you know, that like jumps out to me like it did on the Sunday slate, where it's like, oh my God, I have to do this. For me, I do like Gibbs receiving yards. I bet his line, but I think you can even go 30 plus is plus 104. And I know you like Gibbs receiving. He's just, you know, while he and Monty split the role, he's getting much more of the routes run and receiving work. So what do you like in the props market, Steve?
Yeah, Gibbs receiving, I feel very good about. Like you said, for me, this is a tough one just because you know, the way the different matchups are. I'm not in love with a lot at their what's the word I'm looking for, above their push lines. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My brain is not working right. So for me, there's only a handful of things. Was Gibbs the only one you mentioned so far?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was doing my lineup. Yeah, so like we talked about Lamar's passing yardage. I just don't know if he needs to throw much in this game. So that worries me. But I do like Zay Flowers receptions.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my leading favorite ones.
Yeah, 6 is minus 125, 7 is plus 154.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it at 6 mainly.
Yeah, he's been getting a, you know, awesome target share, so I think that is fair. Then you don't need to worry about the ADOT or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely like that as well. I know you and I both discussed potentially, and I'll probably do a parlay or two on my own, you know, having some fun with Lamar rushing. If he just scrambles, you know, 50 plus is plus 110. If, you know, these kind of quarterbacks, like Allen and Lamar, you know, even like the Caleb Williams and Mahomes, you know, I didn't get there on their rushing yesterday because it wasn't competitive for them. If it's competitive, Lamar's going to run. If it's not competitive, like last week, he only had like 18 rushing yards. Well, he didn't need to, you know. So to me, I like these hitting on these rushing quarterbacks lines when we feel like it's going to be a competitive game script. And I certainly feel like that's in play at 50 yards. And you talked about the passing yards too. He like threw for 350 against them 2 years ago. So that certainly is in play. Haven't seen it yet from a big passing number. And he has to be so efficient because he doesn't throw a ton. Yeah. But again, if it's a competitive game script, you got like the passing yards more. 225 is minus 138, 250 is plus 128. So don't know that I'll do a ton with that, but I think it's of note. And then I'm always going to look at a JMO line. 50 is minus, it was juiced earlier, it was minus 110. So people have been obviously hitting that smartly. I would just say 60 is plus 130. So we put together a parlay. It was sent to our Substack subs. Again, link in the description, 7-day free trial. Let me just take another quick down memory lane of yesterday, because this was certainly very fun that we got this many bets home. How do I remove the Mike, I may need you to help me be my producer. No, we had 8 of 10 of our official plays yesterday hit a parlay as well. We're looking to run that back again today. We were up 8.79 units yesterday. It was a super, super, super fun day. And we love seeing that. And we look to stack a lot more of these days and nights. And hopefully tonight can be successful. We already sent our favorite bet and a parlay to our Substack stubs. And again, link is in the description if you want to check that out for a 7-day free trial and then just $34.99 a year. But yeah, I think that kind of covered like touchdowns, first touchdowns, bets, props that we like, how we think the game flow is going to be. Anything that I'm missing on this one tonight, Steve? I think it should be a fun one.
Yeah, I will say, this is a spot where it's early. It's early. So like things that haven't happened yet, like Bateman, like Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And I'd probably look at more like Mark Andrews touchdown or something like that. They can happen. Like we've seen guys, we've already seen it in week 3, guys who maybe didn't have great week 1 or 2 and then have a much bigger game week 3. So,
yeah.
And whether that was like, for an easy example is Luther Burden, barely used the first 2 weeks, not massively used, but they're targeting him now and he gets a big touchdown.
Yeah.
So particularly like from the Ravens side, some of these veteran guys who just haven't done it before, maybe it oscillates to that direction. But I think we kind of know on the Lions side where the ball is going to go. Amon-Ra, Laporta, J-Mo, Gibbs, and then Monty. Tesla can be fun for like a showdown or like a single touchdown or something like that, but don't go crazy on that side. And then the Ravens.
Also, you can alt Tesla at 20 plus yards. So if you want to do like a mini ladder with him and just say, okay, he's running more routes, he could get 30 yards. Like you're going to get some nice plus money there. So
yeah, that's tougher, but yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
He's going to have to, it's more because he's going to get the downfield targets potentially. Yeah. So he could get it on one catch. And if he's running more routes, even more routes than last week, which I think he ran like 12 or 14, if he's running more routes, it's just like a fun sprinkle, so. All right. Any other final thoughts, Steve?
Well, I have my lineup if.
Read it for Eddie.
All right. So I went up top, Lamar, captain, Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Rashard Bateman, and Tesla.
Okay, just as I was reading Mike about how the tables turned, Steve ignored Meg for once. Just as he said that, could you read it again?
Totally blacked out. It's Lamar and the captain, Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So this is a stars and scrubs lineup. Yeah. And then Sam Laporta, Rashard Bateman, Tesla. You're saving also $1,100, so that'll help make it more unique.
I think that's fun. I like that a lot.
There's some other things you could play around with it. Move up Laporta to Monty, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's just some fun tweaks to do from it.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot. We appreciate you guys all watching, hitting the like button. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed. Consider the Substack subscription link in the description, or link in, in our show description. You'll have access to all our bets and get content from us 7 days a week in season. But this has been a ton of fun. We covered it all. We covered best ball. We covered, lineup review, DFS and Underdog first look, Monday night bets. We covered it all, Steve. It's been fun. Good luck to you all tonight. For Steve, I'm Meg, and we will see you next time.